In the United States, a powerful Arctic cold wave is causing what many meteorologists classify as the most intense mass of icy air of the season and can bring temperatures below zero to tens of millions of people. Stay with us. In this video, you will understand why the cold came so hard, who will be most affected, and what to expect in the coming weeks. According to recent reports, a new wave of Arctic air, driven by a shift in the polar vortex, is advancing from northern Canada to central and eastern USA. With this, many regions face sudden drops in temperature, from 15 to 25 degrees Fahrenheit below the historical average. At dawn on Friday, states in the Midwest and Northeast recorded record temperatures. For example, some cities recorded values close to minus 19 degrees Fahrenheit, or about minus 28 degrees Celsius, in the middle of the morning. In addition to the intense cold, there is forecast of snow, ice formation, and strong winds, a dangerous combination that increases the risk of frostbite, slippery roads, and blackout in less prepared regions. The most affected areas range from the Midwest and Great Lakes to the Ohio Valley and eastern U.S., regions that have already issued winter weather alerts for tens of millions of people. In the states of Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and others, residents woke up with thermometers marking well below zero, and with even lower thermal sensation because of the winds. There is also a risk of snow and ice in areas of the Great Lakes, Central Plains, and even regions where this type of climate is infrequent, which raises challenges for infrastructure and mobility. With these conditions, the risk of traffic accidents increases greatly. Roads and roadways can become slippery, and black ice, invisible, makes traffic dangerous. In some regions, extreme cold can cause health problems, high risk of hypothermia, frostbite, especially among vulnerable population, such as homeless people, the elderly, or people without adequate heating. The infrastructure also suffers. Energy and water networks can be compromised, pipes frozen, heating systems overloaded, something that worries especially less prepared areas. Even in a developed country, the impacts can be severe. In addition, public transport and flights may be canceled or delayed, and trade and services may operate on a limited basis. Cold becomes a social and logistical problem, not just meteorological. All this is linked to a meteorological phenomenon known as the polar vortex. When this system, which normally keeps cold air trapped in the Arctic, weakens or shifts, the icy air can leak to mid-latitudes and reach the U.S. interior. According to meteorologists, since late November, the vortex is in an unstable condition, which has favored successive incursions of Arctic air. The forecast is that this instability will persist at least until mid-December, with several waves of cold in sequence. While it may seem contradictory in a world where there is much talk of global warming, climate change makes weather patterns more extreme and unpredictable, which can increase the frequency and intensity of these intense cold events. Historically, severe winters have happened in the U.S., but rarely with this volume of impact on so many different regions at once. In recent months, there have been reports of out-of-season cold, snow in unusual places, and breaking temperature records. Metsoul meteorology. What makes this moment atypical is the combination: intense cold plus snow plus territorial extension plus risk to urban infrastructure plus impact on vulnerable population. Climate experts warn that this type of extreme event may become more common, or at least more unpredictable, in a changing global climate. According to the latest weather models, the arrival of more Arctic air is not ruled out. That is, we may have new cold waves before mid-December. Temperatures will remain well below average, and the risk of snow and ice remains high, especially in Midwest and Northeast states. Authorities in the affected states already issue winter weather alerts to millions of people, more than 18 million in some regions. That is, the cold we are seeing may be just the beginning, and the population, infrastructure, and services need to be prepared. The Northern Hemisphere is currently experiencing an intense Arctic cold wave with sub-zero temperatures, snow, ice, and hazards for millions of people. The impact goes far beyond inconvenience. It is about security, health, and infrastructure. This scenario makes us think, even from afar, about social inequalities, preparation for extreme events, and how the global climate directly influences people's lives. If you like this video, share it. The more people know, the greater the chance of empathy and solidarity. And write in the comments, what do you think about these extreme events? Do you think this will become common